The feeling that you look at people, you go to social places, you look at kids who might get sick, and you panic. You think about getting sick, and you panic. You're just thinking about someone who might get sick, and you panic. The panic, the anxiety, the constant feeling of being on alert for someone being sick or you being sick. Emetophobia, fear of vomiting. Let's go. Hello, my lovely people. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, my name is KateSemeniuk. I'm a hypnotherapist. I love, this is my value, to look for the root cause and to work with the root cause. I love rapid shifts. I love when people tell me after first session that, Kate, I don't have that. I don't have that anymore. I can talk to people freely. I can be around people if that's social anxiety. I'm not worried about my health symptoms anymore with the health anxiety. And I love to work with phobias. This phobia has been, I would say, the most common one, aside from the fear of flying or fear of driving. Emetophobia, the phobia of vomiting. The fear that you might get sick or someone in front of you might get sick. It's super confusing. For the mind, it's super confusing because logically, you have a great logic that works on an amazing level. And you understand that, hey, this is like a natural process of the body. Why? Why am I having this? Why my mind is so focused on not giving me life? Because when I ask clients, how do you live with this? And they say, I don't live. I cannot take care of my kids. I cannot go places, I cannot go to the restaurants because I'm afraid of the food poisoning in case that happens. I have to read all the reviews if anyone from that cafe or restaurant had a food poisoning any time. So the mind becomes hyper-focused. It's like an OCD, but regarding someone or you getting sick. Some people will get more triggered when they are getting sick. Some people will get even triggered and have extreme anxiety when they see someone, or even the potential. I had a teacher as a client, and she was working with kids all the time, and that was her biggest struggle because she would come to work and she would be hyper anxious. It's frustrating to the mind because you start to be angry at yourself. Why am I like this? Is there something wrong with me? Right? It's because so many things that trigger you are out of control of your mind. What people do understand on the logical level, but subconscious mind doesn't even know about it. And that creates emetophobia. Getting sick is a natural process. It's not pleasant, but it's a natural process. You know that logically, but subconscious mind is out. It doesn't understand all your logical conclusions, right? Why this emetophobia is in your life? Ask yourself that question. Because sometimes phobias who consume our life, it's also that I don't deserve to live life. I don't deserve happiness. I don't deserve to enjoy life. Huge belief. I am not worthy of happiness. I am not worthy of living my life. And the mind is very creative. The mind will come up with so many different things that will block you from actually enjoying life. It's an illusional control, emetophobia, right? I'm afraid of getting sick or being sick and vomiting because I want to control my body. I want to stay in control. I cannot let go. Why? I don't know. Usually, if you ask people with emetophobia, why are you afraid? How is vomiting making you anxious? And they're like, well, it's disgusting. I was like, it's disgusting for many people, but not everyone is having anxiety and panic attack. It's not a pleasant. Oh, I don't know. How is emetophobia making you anxious? And people usually cannot answer that question. So you want to control your actions, the actions of your body or the actions of other people, but constantly you are out of control. Constantly you're out of control, trying to be in control, because there is nothing you can control but your thoughts. So I'll tell you a couple of cases for you to see how the root cause of emetophobia became a pattern in life. Because very often emetophobia is formed very early in life. It's a mechanism. It's a coping mechanism, right? Something unprocessed in the mind that the mind locked onto. We will talk in the future videos about OCD, or obsessive compulsive disorder, so you will kind of understand that more. But here we will talk specifically about this phobia. Very often it is something unprocessed. And if it's unprocessed, the mind will need to remind you. The mind will need to talk to you in painful symptoms. Mind usually talks with the body, body talks with you with symptoms, not the best ones, not the most pleasant one. To tell you, hey, something is not processed. You need to do that. I'll tell you a couple of cases. One of my clients came to me with emetophobia. She was young, she was about 32 years old, she's a teacher, and she didn't know why she has it. And when I asked about her childhood, she said, well, I worked with my psychologist. You know, I had mom who died of cancer, and she died of colon cancer or stomach cancer. I don't remember. But she said she was getting sick a lot. Her mom was sick a lot. And I kind of let go of my mom already because mom died at an early age. I kind of like processed that grief, but this emetophobia is still here. And so that's the therapist couldn't really help. Because like, wow, what are your thoughts when you think about emetophobia? What are your thoughts? Let's do the cognitive behavioral therapy. Let's change the patterns of your thoughts. Let's change the patterns of your thoughts, and then we can change the pattern of your actions and behaviors and reactions. And people like, yes, okay, let's do it. And then when they go in, and she was a school teacher, she'd come into school and she's like, oh my God, he's all overwhelmed with kids. Who cares about that logic? Who cares about that cognitive function? It's out the window. If we are driven mostly, phobia is like this huge switch, you know, where the logic cannot really reason. So what happens? When we go into the session, we go into the memories, of course, of her mom getting sick. And when her mom was so sick, this child was in a freeze mode. When she saw her mom getting sick, and she described the moments when mom was vomiting, right? And all of those unpleasant, you know, feelings that what's going to happen. So she realized that mom died and she vomited a lot, which means that if I vomit, I will die. That's one of the beliefs only that we uncovered. The first one, so a very surface one. If I vomit, I'm gonna die. Then we go even deeper. The child in those moments was very confused. I don't know, I'm helpless, I'm out of control situation. So when the vomiting happens, I cannot help my mom. There is nothing I can do. And I'm just a child, I'm 6, I'm 7, I'm 8. So I'm in freeze mode, I'm helpless. So every time she has any indication, because remember, the mind is a camera. The mind is a camera, and it pictures, just like the camera I'm filming, it pictures everything that happens in a traumatic experience, especially if it's a freeze mode. And freeze mode, right, fight, flight, or freeze, is one of the most trauma-forming ones. So you realize that a client realized that, oh, if someone is doing that now, because the mind doesn't know time, subconscious mind doesn't understand time really. It means I'm out of control. I need to get out of here. When the body realizes I'm free, I'm frozen, I need to be in control, but I'm out of control, the mind gets anxious. The mind already runs. The mind gets anxious, panic attack, people can avoid it, you know, people can like lose the sense of language. There are so many different things. They lose voice, or they kind of avoid situations where they can see that. Another belief. I'm confused, and I'm helpless, and I'm hopeless, and I'm out of control. And then another belief is my mom was doing that. And she was so weak. So it's something very dangerous. It's something very painful. I need to avoid it. My mom didn't live a long life. I miss her so much. I kind of worked through that with my therapist. But this is still the reminder, the memory. I'm keeping a memory of her. By having this emetophobia, my mom didn't have a life, so I don't deserve a life. my mom died when she was 33 or 34, then I'm not going to have life because I don't deserve to have a life because my mom left me. The child's belief, not your beliefs right now, because what you believe right now, you're super smart. You know already, oh yeah, mom was sick, that was understood. No, the child doesn't understand that. And that child is still inside of you, stuck with all of those beliefs that you do not want to process. So that's one of the cases. And when she uncovers all of these symptoms, I'm telling her, okay, now let's connect it to the present life. How is every time you see in school the kids who are supposed to be sick, every time you feel maybe nauseous or maybe a little bit of a stomach indigestion, what is that reminding you of? My mom. It reminds me of being out of control. It reminds me of dying because I haven't even lived. I don't deserve myself. I don't allow myself to live life fully. You see how these beliefs are playing out in our life right now. Subconscious mind doesn't know time. It will replay your beliefs just like they're happening right now, whether you know it or not, whether it's conscious or not conscious. The more conscious you become, the more aware you become, the more you can catch those thoughts. But in ignorance, it's hard to catch them. All you see is reactions of your body. Another case, when we worked through that, she told me, I feel okay. Yes, it's not the most pleasant moment, but it's okay. I can absolutely look at the kids. I can help the child at school if they're getting sick. And I'm not afraid to go to cafes, to go out with friends, because I trust my body. My body was just coming out with this symptom that has nothing to do with me. So it's slowly allowing herself to live the life fully without the fear anymore. And I made her recording, right? So it was really good for her. Another moment, throwing up in public, right? So a child, another case, the guy comes to me and he says, well, I have emetophobia. My kids, I have 2 beautiful kids. They're very little. I cannot take care of them. I cannot take care of my kids. My wife has to take care of all of them because I can't. Like anytime they're sick, I'm like avoiding going. I mean, I even went on a work vacation. I volunteered to go on a work trip in order not to be with the kids when they were sick at home. How does that wife feels? Pretty sad. This guy as well. He feels so much guilt. I cannot help her. Emetophobia. So when we go into the memories, he goes to the memories where he threw up in public as a child. He was on a stage. It was like a Christmas concert or something, or maybe whatever they were doing, a drama class, and there was a presentation. And he threw up. He was sick. Maybe he didn't eat something. So he threw up on a stage with all of the kids from that class and all of the parents and all of the stage. Everyone saw that. It was a huge sense of embarrassment for a child. And of course, after that, not only that he was so confused and he didn't know and he felt such a huge embarrassment, he formed a belief. Throwing up is embarrassment. Vomiting is embarrassment, a huge embarrassment that I cannot survive. And the child as well, they go, and when they are embarrassed, they're in a freeze mode. Same. And then another memory when that child is sent to the room because mom also has emetophobia. So the mom sends the child to the room. Go, you have your own washroom, bathroom, then go there and have sick and then don't go downstairs. Because the mom has emetophobia as well. And if mom has it, I'm gonna have it. And if mom doesn't love me when I'm sick, then I'm not gonna love myself. So underneath emetophobia, huge deep beliefs. Sometimes people are having emetophobia when they had a constant medical health care in childhood. So sometimes children had cancer, children had they had to undergo a lot of medical treatments. That one of my clients had chemotherapy. So he was getting sick a lot. So he was so rejecting that whole experience that he started to develop emetophobia. So we worked on that traumatic experience, accepting, knowing that you're safe, that throwing up doesn't mean you're gonna die, doesn't mean you're gonna get sick. Because he was having a belief, if I'm getting sick, that means maybe the cancer is coming back. Other ways when people get to a lot of, for example, they had a lot of food poisoning, or some moments when they were when they got sick, they were rejected at that time. Either embarrassed or rejected. Mom sends you to the room. Mom said, oh, it's so disgusting. So people formed the belief that it's dangerous. It's life or death situation. I need to run away from it. And the most frustrating part for these clients is that they say, well, my friends and my family, they think I'm seeking attention. And that is one of the root causes as well. Sometimes that emetophobia, when we are super anxious, it also could be as a seeking attention, but not always. And it could be intertwined in different other core beliefs. But as I am getting anxious, someone helps me. I'm not capable of doing it by myself. I need help. I need constant support. I need someone to take care of me because people didn't take care of me when I was a child. So there is, yes, there could be, but to hear that, it feels very frustrating for clients. They need to come to that realization, if that's the case, by themselves, not for someone to tell them. So people believe that, oh no, you're just avoiding to be with your kids, or you're just making fun of it, you're just making a scene, it's not that hard, just get over it, you're seeking attention, whatever it is, but it's really hard and difficult for people to hear that. So what can you do? What can you do to overcome? One of the moments how you can overcome it is to work on the root cause if you know it, and finding the root cause if you don't know it yet. So that's what happens. I found that the only reason, because you have exposure therapy as well, but I don't think you want it. It's a very painful method to expose yourself to people getting sick. It's like you have to find that situation. And then it's not the most pleasant experience. It's not like you're exposing yourself to flying or exposing yourself to driving or to social places. Because in this case, it's actually not the pleasant experience at all, even logically for anyone. It's a natural process and some people really, oh, that's okay. But some people feel unpleasant. So finding the root cause and working on the root cause is crucial. Emetophobia is a strong subconscious connection that is such a strong that you need to work on it in the light subconscious state trance. Then you're going to have results. Also, program in your mind that your body knows what to do. Really reconnecting with your body. Because when you want to control your body, it's not a connection. When you want to control, I'm going to control you, how much you eat, how much you don't eat, how much symptoms you have, because I'm going to give you Advil and I'm going to deprive you of food and then I'm going to, I will control you, the body will just talk to you louder. But you don't know about that because subconscious mind doesn't know time. It doesn't care about future consequences. Remember, your subconscious mind doesn't care about future consequences as long as you're safe right now and right here because it doesn't know time. So when you want to control your body, it's disconnection from your body. If you trust your body, you understand that all the processes that are happening in my body or in the body of other people, it's a natural detoxification. It's a natural, it's better. It's good that it's out than it's in. And you can suggest yourself, you can keep repeating to yourself organic process. The mind and body has organic processes to help your body detoxify, to let go of the things that are not beneficial and healthy for you. Or maybe you had too much alcohol, that's also possible. Or you see people having too much alcohol, it's also detoxification. So accepting the body's processes as a natural organic processes, it will help you. But finding the root cause and working on the root cause is the key method in overcoming this type of phobia. If you want to overcome it, you know where to find me. My consultation call booking link is right in the description. Please do it. You can overcome that. I love you all. Be healthy, emotionally and physically. Bye.